Hello my beautiful Bitterroots and welcome to my channel, and today, Swatch My Stash, I just have got some randoms. These are the polishes that I only own one of the brand, so I just kind of threw them all together in one swatch video, I guess, just because I only own one. I have gotten, you know, like this is my second Adesi. The first one was a color that I wasn't going to wear, so I passed that one along, but this one I kept because I love the color. So let's get on to swatching all of these. I have a Desi, I have a Aurora, Bella Pierre, Nails Inc., Light and Denny, NCLA, and a Whim. So let's get started with a Desi. A Desi is this beautiful, like, oil slicked polish. So you got purple and then it shifts to green and stuff. This is in the color Grand Central. And I do really like this polish. I paired this polish with, what is it? This Butter London polish. This one was the accent. It was so pretty together. Loved it. And as you can tell, that this is a sheerer formula, but it builds up very, very nice. So this is the first coat of Grand Central in the by Adesi. I'll let this dry and we'll come back and do a second coat. So I normally wear this in 2 coats. So I don't know if you can get it to where you can see that green shift in there, but when you get out in the sun you can see that shift that's in this polish, and it's super beautiful, and I love this polish. Okay, so this next polish is this Light and Denny polish, and it's this beautiful raspberry pink shade. This is in the color Pillow Talk. There we go. And I really love this, and the bottle of this Light and Denny is so beautiful that I just want to put it out on display. It's just such a beautiful packaging on this. Okay, so the battery died while I was painting my nails, and I decided just to finish painting my nails before I changed out the batteries. So let's go on to the second coat. And I really do like this brand of polish. I would definitely like to explore more of their polishes. In the camera it shows way more red than what it is in person. In person it is a true like raspberry, so it's more purple than what is being shown here. So I really do love this polish. Such a great polish. Okay, so this next color is by Whim, and this is in the color Whimsical. And this one kind of reminds me of the Square Hue one, because of that little fleck in there. It's very similar. Huh. Maybe I should paint this one on my thumb and this one on the rest of my fingers to see how alike they are. This is identical to the Square Hue one. So that is one coat of Whimsical. I'm going to paint my thumb with this Square Hue one, because, oh, this one's more red. Oop, I made a mess. So here we are. This is the Square Hue one. This is the Whim. So obviously the Whim has more of that silver reflect to it than this one, but let's wait until this dries and then really see if we can compare the two. There's no point in me having two of the same polishes. I think I just may be decluttering this one out. We'll see. Or I might put it in a project. I'll put this in a project pan because I don't need two. Okay, so let's do our second coat of this Whimsical by Whim. I like the application of the Square Hue one much better than the Whim, because this just goes on so nicely. But they are very similar. This one has more of the silver flecks in it, so it kind of looks pretty pearly. And then this one is red with that silver fleck in it. So now that we did two coats, you can there is a difference between the two. They're just so similar. But I do like the Square Hue one better than this one. So I'll probably put this one in a project pan, project polish. So this is Whim in the color Whimsical. And this is super pretty and I love it. Okay, so my next polish is this Aurora Gel Effect nail polish in Alarm Fire? For Alarm Fire. Right there. And this is a pretty like hot pink that kind of leans red. So let's swatch this. Now this isn't my favorite formula, but I will probably put this aside and probably try to use it up in one of my nail polish projects. It'll just be put up in the lineup. I've got quite a bit of nail polish in the lineup, so as I use something I can grab it and throw in. So I'll probably put this aside to eventually put into one of my projects. I don't know if it'll make it into my 2017 projects, so we'll see. I do like the brush on this. It's nice and flat. So this is a bit streaky on the first coat, but it totally fixes itself by the second coat. So you will need two coats with this. This is about 80% opaque in the first coat. And it's showing way more red in the camera than it is in person. In person, it's a very much of a hot pink. So I'll let this dry. We'll come back and do a second coat. Okay, this dries super fast, so let's do the second coat. So here we are after two coats of this For Alarm Fire by Aurora. This is a very pretty color. Very hot pink, so it's perfect for summer. It's way more hot pink in person than it is on camera. In camera it looks red, but it is definitely a hot pink. Okay, so this next color is this Bella Pierre, and it's this beautiful teal blue in the color Aqua Teal. That used to be on the top up here, but it kept falling off, so I glued it down here. So this one does stain, so for swatching purposes I'm not going to put on a base coat, but if you're going to wear this you do need to make sure you have a base coat because it will stain. But it is such a pretty color and I do really like it. So let's swatch. And as you can see, it's pretty darn opaque in the first coat. So I'm going to let this dry and we're going to come back and do a second coat. It is about 90% opaque. but I would like to show you what it looks like after 2 coats. So here we are with Bella Pierre in the color Aqua Teal, and I love this color. So like I said, make sure you wear a base coat with this because it will stain. Most red or green based polishes will stain, so this one's no exception, but I love it and I don't mind the staining. I will put on a couple base coats if I have to, if it bleeds through, but this one doesn't bleed through most of them, so I love this polish. And yeah, and here we are with Nails Ink, and this is my favorite nude so far. This is in the color Uptown. And this is just like a dusty pinky nude. So as you can see that this is perfect in 1 coat. So I will just leave it at that. I really do love this polish. And this polish lasts on me a long time, over a week, before I finally removed it. So, yep. Here is Nails Ink in the color Uptown. And the last polish is this NCLA glitter polish. This is in the color Born on the 4th. And this one has silver, red, and blue glitters to it. This one's a new one, so this will be my first time swatching this. Looks like it's going to be difficult to keep the blue polishes on the nail. Come on. For this type of polish, normally I would just do the sponge technique, but I want to show you guys what it looks like on its own with no extra help. So there we are with the first coat of Born on the 4th. I will let this dry and come back and do a second coat and show you what it's like. It's always easier to do a second coat because it does have that texture on it, so it's much easier to leave the glitter behind. So we'll let this dry and we'll try this for a second coat. And as you can see, I'm getting lots of those blue polishes now, and they're all like clumped together in one thing. Let's see if I can get those moved around. I don't know what it is about glitter polish, but it's always easier to paint after the second one. So here we are after 2 coats of this polish. I'm just going to leave it at 2. It gives you guys a great idea of how this paints on. So I would say it's a good topper for any polish, and I'm sure you can build it up to be completely opaque. So yeah, this is my last polish for this week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Swatch My Stash, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!